Songkhla, Kiatchaiyong. 23 years of age. He started fighting when he was 10, 5 feet 5 inches tall. He's had 55 professional fights for 13 losses and 3 draws. Also fighting out of 126 pounds in the blue corner, it's Saendej, Sasiprapagym. 21 years of age, started fighting when he was 10, 5 feet 5.5 inches tall. He weighs in at 126 pounds also, and has had 40 professional fights, 15 losses, 6 draws. Sounds of the Rā, the pre-fight ritual of Muay Thai that dates back over 1,000 years. And there they are, both fighters in the centre of the ring, performing the Rā. And there in the red corner it's Songkhla, moving around into his Rā motion, as is Saendej in the blue. Both fighters wearing the traditional Mongkong crowns that have been blessed by 7 separate Buddhist temples before they are worn into the ring, and also decked in the garlands, the flower garlands that are also very much the custom of Muay Thai. And there's Saendej showing his style as he moves around the ring. Well focused for this fight ahead, as is Songkhla. In terms of the Rā department, I'd say both of them did it with equal style and aplomb. So sit back and get ready for should be a first-class exhibition here of Muay Thai. There's the trainers taking off the Mongkong headgear and also the garlands, and now the referee bringing both fighters into the centre of the ring for 5 rounds of Muay Thai. First round of Muay Thai is used usually. Oh, solid kick there by Songkhla. This is what I was about to sort of say. It's often a slow part of Muay Thai that's used for tactics, but that was a sensational kick by Songkhla to open up proceedings. A thumping kick, and Saendej sort of didn't know where he was there for a while. Didn't go down, but really that was a solid kick by Songkhla in the opening seconds of this first round. So expect this one to be a ripper. Songkhla. Oh, there's a solid teep push kick back in response by Saendej. Oh, certainly no softening up in this first round. This is full-on fury with those kicks. And there comes Saendej back there with his punch-kick combination. Well, that opening strike by Songkhla, though, that was sensational. Saendej just sort of fell for a while, and then he regained his composure, but then he came back with a solid teep push kick that pushed Songkhla right from the centre of the ring into his corner. So, really, both these fighters letting off their shots in the first round. Saendej in the centre now, stalking on to Songkhla. Feints out with the roundhouse kick to the body. Songkhla standing his ground now as Saendej checks over his repertoire of weapons he should use. Then he comes in with a half punch and then goes downstairs with a leg kick. Didn't upset Saendej too much though. Saendej with a teep push kick, more of a defence rather than a attacking weapon on that occasion. Songkhla stalking in onto Saendej. Saendej standing back, waiting for Songkhla to come forward, then makes his move forward with a kick into the midriff region. But Songkhla was waiting for that advance, was able to slip away relatively easily. Both now into the centre of the ring. Standoff as Saendej lets loose with a roundhouse to the body. Songkhla in the red corner. Moves back to the advance now of Saendej with a solid roundhouse kick to the body. That was really solid, came thumping into the side of the rib cage. Teep push kick Lovely there by Saendej, classic style as the bell sound to end a interesting first round. That really was some kick of the opening of that round by Songkhla. Here's the roundhouse kick there by Saendej. That was a very good kick too, well executed, aimed right on the knees, and that really did unseat Songkhla. And there's Songkhla now coming back with his roundhouse kick, aimed head high. You can see the way in which Saendej was able to block it there with his shoulder. Well done there by Saendej. Round two, fairly even first round. See what happens in the second. Saendej having a good defence against the attacking moves of Songkhla in the first round. There he goes with his T-push kick, keeping Songkhla away. There's a roundhouse kick to the inside the thigh by Songkhla. That's the classic strike move by Muay Thai. Very stinging attack that is, when it comes in onto the inside the thigh region. Often see a lot of Thai fighters, at the end of a fight they have large red welts inside their thighs. They're from those slashing roundhouse kicks that are delivered right onto the thigh region. And of course it's up to the defender of those attacks to raise up your shin bone and take it on the shin bone, the hardest body on the hardest bone on the body, and that shin wall is what is required to stop those kicks like that. You sort of said it the way he raised up his shin to take the kick onto the bone, and that's exactly how it's done. Saendej there in the centre of the ring, not letting Songkhla get in control of this fight so far. He's been able to defend very, very well as Saendej, and not giving Songkhla much of a chance to get his attacks in. Here he is now, Saendej. Good roundhouse kicks, and back came Songkhla with a similar kick onto the side of the thigh, and both these fighters now kick for kick in the second round. Very little separating them. Possibly Saendej ahead on points, but not by very much. Oh, solid attacking move there by Songkhla into the grapple and forcing Saendej onto his back onto the canvas. Strength there by Songkhla in the grapple. Songkhla looking at going grappling. He gets his opportunity. Haven't seen a lot of grappling in this contest so far, but no doubt that will come if this fight is not stopped by a KO. Now Songkhla stalking onto Saendej. Saendej kicks hard onto the body, then defends against Songkhla's advance. Saendej now in the centre of the ring, enticing Songkhla to come forward. Songkhla's, however, quite happy to stay back on the outside. Now comes Saendej in with punches and kicks, unnerving Songkhla a little. There he goes again in with that kick-punch combination, and a good round by Saendej. Got on top a little bit there, he did. He was able to dictate the fight. And there he is. He stood the centre of the ring and forced Songkhla on the outside for most of the contest. And there he is. Punches. And there's the attack with the roundhouse kick onto the outside thigh region. So Saendej looking good. Well poised. Building up his confidence as this fight progresses. And Songkhla, there's Songkhla, will need to do something in this third round to regain the initiative. Saendej is starting to cruise into a commanding position, and this is the round that Songkhla has to make to stop the tide from going any further in Saendej's way. So now a crucial round here in round three for Songkhla in the red. This could be the turning point of the fight if he can get back into it. Into the centre of the ring goes Songkhla, stalking onto Saendej. Roundhouse kick to the body by Songkhla. That one struck home. Those ones missed by Saendej. Saendej not able to get in close to Songkhla, but over anxious on that occasion. And that one by Songkhla did score, so that's 2 scores for Songkhla and at the start of this round, and Saendej hasn't scored yet. Into the grapple now. Let's see the test of strength. Who's got the knee power? Songkhla's got the strength on this occasion, forcing Saendej back. Saendej puts his knee out in defence, but certainly Songkhla showing the strength. Roundhouse kick by Songkhla, and again, good round now by Songkhla. He's having a very good round, and Saendej looking a bit frustrated as he goes back from that kick. Now Saendej decides to go on the attack with the deep push kicks, but really it's been Songkhla's round so far. Songkhla attacking, forcing Saendej to make the defensive play. And there he is, Songkhla raising up his shin shield, defending himself nicely, then goes the leg grab, then roundhouse kick to the body. So Songkhla doing everything right in this round. Wild punches and kicks there by Saendej, didn't score. Songkhla looking more poised at the moment, and Saendej looking a bit anxious. He seemed to get on top at the end of the second round, but this third round is really going all Songkhla's way. Songkhla stands back but does take that roundhouse. That was a better move by Saendej. That would have given him confidence. Then punch to the face by Songkhla, followed with a roundhouse kick. Deep push kick. Saendej can't get in close. Songkhla certainly looking more accomplished here in this third round. Saendej standing back now as Songkhla comes in. Lands in the roundhouse. Oh, good work there by Songkhla. Outmanoeuvring Saendej. Outscored him once again. So Saendej certainly getting frustrated here in the third round, just when he thought he was starting to get on top of the situation. Songkhla is really using percentage points in terms of his attacking, and he's making sure that when he does score, he lands, whereas Saendej is firing out shots and nothing happening with him. So Songkhla goes back at the end of the third round, very pleased with himself, and here's why. Pick up some of the slow motion here. You can see that Songkhla coming in, the roundhouse kick, defended well by Saendej on that occasion, but for most of the attacking moves, there is Songkhla getting away. He attacks and scores. Back comes Saendej, but watch, Songkhla always got the answer. And that's what happened for most of the fight. You saw that Songkhla was able to sight in the blows with more precision and able to deliver more striking blows, and that's why he's ahead, I'd say, at the end of the third. And you're watching Muay Thai.
Stand by, Fox Sports Australia, coming to you in 5.
We live in a world that constantly demands the latest sports information as soon as it comes to hand. That's why at Fox Sports, we pride ourselves on keeping you up to date with the latest results, highlights, and issues that matter most to Australian sports fans.
Welcome to Fox Sports News.
Arizon.
Hosted by experts, presented with pride.
Fox Sports is definitely the place to be for motorsports in 1998.
Backed by a highly respected team of professionals whose knowledge and insight is unrivaled.
Hello everyone, welcome to Rugby Review.
Saluting our homegrown heroes.
This is the world according to Pig, Jimmy, and Blue Ball.
Redefining sports television in this country. Fox Sports, the leader in sports television.
Thank you, Fox Sports Australia. Transmission complete.
He never knew he had a brother.
Who is he? I thought it was you.
Until he found him dead on the streets of Nice.
A stranger with your exact face. And according to the passport, your exact birth date.
Now he must follow his footsteps to unravel the mystery.
What'd you find?
In your body.
Mikhail's back. Bring him to me.
You should go back to France. What you find here could be ugly.
This is just the beginning. It won't stop until you're dead, too.
Jean-Claude Van Damme and Natasha Henstridge in an action-packed thrill ride.
Look, if you want to kill yourself, be my guest. But who gave you the right to risk my life?
This is no time to play it safe. Maximum Risk premieres May 23 on Showtime.
Muay Thai. Into the fourth round. And this should be interesting because of the fact that the way it's been so far has been that Songkhla came from behind after 2 rounds, And now he's back into it again in this fourth round. So it'll be interesting to see if he can keep that same position worth moving, or will Saendej put the pressure on and get on top once again like he did in the first two rounds. Let's see what happens now as they go into the grapple. And there's the strength of Songkhla. Didn't really do anything in terms of scoring department, but he certainly did show his strength. Now let's see what happens as Songkhla delivers a hard roundhouse, leg grab by Saendej as he forces Songkhla onto the ropes. So a look of the eyes of Saendej. He looks a lot more determined here in the fourth round. This is a very crucial round as Songkhla jabs out the punches. But Saendej looks to me like he's starting to get on top of things once again. He's got his strength back. And that's not good news for Songkhla, because Songkhla likes to be able to get his blows in without the pressure on too much. But now Saendej is really applying the pressure, knee for knee here in the grapple, and he's determined to drive Songkhla into the ground with a contest of grappling. Is Songkhla up for it? That's the question will be answered here in this fourth round. The grueling grappling of Muay Thai here in all of its awesome ferocity as the referee breaks, and that really was a tough, hard grapple by both these fighters. They keep on going, and there's Songkhla showing his strength, and well, Saendej put out the challenge and Songkhla answered it. Back goes Saendej now into the grapple. He's going to keep the pressure onto him. He's going to keep on driving in the knees, and Songkhla is going to have to fight back with these to match him all the way. This fight really has all of the ingredients of being one of those great Dao struggles of Muay Thai that could go the full distance, and the decision won't be known until the final bell. And that's what's happening here in this fourth round. It's knee for knee in the grapple. Neither fighter getting the upper hand. No quarter given, no quarter asked. In comes Songkhla. Swings Saendej around for the second time, matching him with the knees and then overpowering him with strength. So really Songkhla is answering the challenge that Saendej has issued in the grapple. Grappling irons are on. Knees by Songkhla. And again, as the bell sounds, and Songkhla, a very good round in 4 for him. He more than matched Saendej in the grappling department. He used his power all the way. It was knee for knee a lot of the time. But in the end, it was Songkhla that had the strength to hurl Saendej down on 2 separate occasions. And he matched him with the knees. There he is. Songkhla showing his strength in the grapple. So one more round remaining. The fight is still wide open, but in terms of favouritism, I'd have to give Songkhla the slight advantage as we go now into the final 5th round. And Saendej's decided to go on defence. He thinks he's ahead on points. Well, that's interesting. Saendej's been advised that he's ahead on points. Well, that's what his trainers believe, and they're asking him to more or less defend his points advantage, and that's a dangerous move because really Songkhla has really come back into that fight in the 4th round with the grappling. So let's see if Songkhla can score a few more points in this 5th round, and Saendej will have to defend everything, because if he decided not to attack, that means he'll have to make sure that Songkhla doesn't score too many points, otherwise Songkhla will win the contest. Dangerous move by Saendej as he uses a deep push kick now to keep Songkhla away. Roundhouse kick, good solid one by Songkhla, scored. Saendej decided to stand back. Used his roundhouse there, but couldn't really get through. Then that one did get through though. Songkhla needs to do a bit more attacking, and scored well with that one. That was a good one. Back comes Saendej. Every strike here that lands could decide the issue. One effective blow could sway the balance in the favour of one of the fighters. So watch it here. That was defended there by Songkhla. Saendej couldn't get his strike through. Songkhla now in the centre of the ring. Will he make his advance? No. You see there the intensity on the faces of the handlers. They realise here one mistake could be costly, and Songkhla got through. 1, 2, and a third. Saendej now needs to score. Blocked by Songkhla. T-push kick. Saendej coming in. Well, Songkhla ahead of that exchange. And that, you can see the Songkhla camp are smiling. They think that may have won it for him. It's that close. Songkhla in the red. Attack by Saendej. That would have put it back onto Saendej's line now. Now Saendej's probably ahead. Now it's going to go right to the line, this fight. Into the grapple. One mistake here could be very costly. Knee for knee. Songkhla, Saendej. The grappling irons are on, the knee strikes are happening. And there's Songkhla again showing his strength. The handlers of Saendej are saying that was a toss rather than an effective Muay Thai manoeuvre. We'll have to wait on to see how the judges see that, but it's really going to be close. Saendej should make his move now. He needs to score. He can't afford to be defensive. He needs to get in close and score. There goes the bell. I think Songkhla's got it. Songkhla did enough in that 5th round to score enough points to win. I think it was a mistake by Saendej to go defensive in the early on the round, but really Songkhla came back. It was that roundhouse exchange when Songkhla was more effective and he got more blows in. They really did tip the balance, and then he was able to continue on the round, and Saendej didn't have anything left. There he is, the winner on points, Songkhla. Close decision, but Songkhla came back in the 4th.